Ireland, was this little island on the west of the world. And I like to imagine it as a free place. When the state was formed, it was first formed in the imagination, in poetry and in music. So as much as the nation was born out of revolution, it was also born out of artistic imagination.
That whole concept of Irish people having the gift of the gab, we've earned that right to say it because it's all about the spoken word and conversation.
I think of Ireland as being very connected.
Ireland is changed and Ireland is changing.
Everything is just green and flourishing in the summer, and the landscape changes constantly with the weather.
One of my favourite seanachal in Irish is Nil Tile David nach Drawn, which means there's no tide, no matter how big, that doesn't recede. The syntax of our soul is still in Irish, even though there's a veil of English over it.
Ireland was a somewhat impoverished country for a long time, and I think, pursuits of the imagination created a lot of music, a lot of storytelling capacity, and a lot of writing.
I think Ireland has formed a fantastic testing ground for both people and companies to go out into the world and solve some of the world's biggest problems. I think creativity and innovation has really underpinned our progress in economic growth.
Irish dance and Irish music is something that a lot of people feel they can connect with because it's always been open. It's a gathering of community, whether you're ethnically Irish or not.
Gaelic football and hurling, they began as an expression of Irishness. Everywhere there are Irish people, there's a GA club. When you travel abroad, all you have to do is plug into the local GA club and all of a sudden you have a corner of Ireland.
Coming here, it's like, okay, you come from a different community, you come from a different culture, but we want you to be able to express yourself.
As an African American, I do feel that connection with Irish people. There is that sense of pay it forward to other cultures.
I think our history of conflict and hardship does give us a resonance and some level of understanding of other societies and peoples.
Whenever you hear about a tragedy anywhere, there's a natural tendency to want to respond. It's embedded in the memory of this country.
I see Ireland as kind of a work in progress. We're changing because we are inviting new people in. Europe has changed us for the better. We value our reputation on the world stage. We value being able to do the right thing in human rights and equality.
We have a culture where we have a lot to say on hunger and peace and reconciliation, but I actually think we have a lot to say on creating that space for individuals to demand change within their own societies.
It's amazing to think that not that long ago in Ireland you couldn't get contraception. You couldn't get a divorce. It was basically illegal to be gay. We've come through all of that, so that's an incredible change.
We have our own ethics and our own understanding of the world, but we also have a great tendency to want to reach out because we love the chat.
Even if you think about how we greet people in Ireland, in Irish you'd say Ein Scéal, or in English, what's the story? So we're always looking for stories from each other.
There's a saying in Zulu specifically that's called Ubuntu, and that for me it would be the Irish spirit. And I love the fact that I was able to move so far from home and still feel so welcomed.
There's a lot of Irish pride all around the world because of that kindness, that open community Irish people have created.
I mean, one of the things that, the old players used to say to me was that, the tune is a conversation. It's like, one phrase is answered by the next phrase and the conversation goes on and on.